I'm Daniel Berlant in the Cal Fire Information Center with the fire situation report for Monday, October 12th, 2020. Over 12,600 firefighters continue to work towards containment on 14 major wildfires and complexes across the state. There's also 6 other large wildfires that will continue to have fire suppression strategies made on them until the fires are fully contained. However, because those fires are seeing no growth at this point and are experiencing minimal fire activity behavior, they are not necessarily going to be on our fires of interest. Now, yesterday, firefighters responded to 35 new wildfires across the state, all of which were quickly contained. Now let's look at our statewide fire map at those various large major wildfires. First, we'll start with the August complex that has been burning now since August. It has burned well over 1 million acres. It did grow slightly in the past 24 hours. In fact, 302 additional acres. Containment is also up to 75% contained. Now, patchy fog and good relative humidity kept fire behavior quite minimal overnight. There are still some portions inside the fire's perimeter that continue to burn and even smolder. Now, the operations really has transitioned into a mop-up phase. And today, though, that drying trend that we will talk about in just a little bit will continue to increase the fire risk and the fire potential in this fire. Now, it is important to note that some smoke still may be visible in the northeast portion, specifically in Mendocino County near Covelo, where a firing operation has just been completed. So good progress being made on the August complex. Moving up just a little bit, just above the August complex, is the Zogg fire. The Zogg fire has burned just over 56,000 acres. Containment is now at 99% contained. So real good progress being made there. Minimal fire activity was observed. All evacuations have been lifted. Fire suppression repair is well underway. So real good progress made there. Let's head over to the North Bay to the Glass fire burning in Napa and Sonoma counties. The Glass fires burned just over 67,000 acres. Containment is up 5% since yesterday morning, bringing overall containment to 95% contained. On this fire, minimal fire activity also occurred. However, there is a little bit of burning within the perimeter of this fire. There are still a little bit of evacuations, a few evacuations in effect, specifically where the fire perimeter is in place. So Glass fire, real good progress made there. Let's go over to the Central Sierra to the Creek fire that has been burning up in Fresno and Madera counties. The Creek fire is now holding at about 333,000 acres. It is 55% contained. Yesterday, there was a little bit of smoke that occurred as a little bit of fire activity picked back up, but helicopters were able to be used and drop a lot of retardant. Now, critical fire weather conditions are going to return. As I mentioned, we'll talk about that in a moment. That could put this fire with a little bit of increased growth as well. So as that development of the warmer temperatures occurs this week, that could actually increase our fire behavior on this fire. Heading down just a little bit further in the Central Sierra down into Tulare County for the SQF complex. This fire has burned over 167,000 acres. Containment is up 5%, bringing overall containment to 70%. The smoke inversion yesterday cleared up, and that allowed firefighters to continue helicopter missions, dropping water and retardant on the fire. So in total, these major fires that are burning, this is just a preview of the more high profile of them. Good progress being made on these fires. Let's talk about our weather conditions, though. We are going to start to see hot and dry conditions across much of California, and that will elevate our critical fire weather conditions. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But overall this week, we're going to start seeing temperatures on the rise and breezy wind conditions here in the Sacramento area. You see this slight increase in our temperatures. I'll actually go to a map showing you our temperatures for the week. Again, today it's been relatively a cool morning in most areas, but as we get into midweek by Wednesday, even into Thursday, you can see that it starts to really heat up. Nowhere where we saw over the summer, but still warmer conditions than what we had seen this past week. Our wind conditions, you can see in some areas today, 10 to 20 mile an hour gusts in Redding, so a bit of wind in some areas, but it's those winds that are really going to start picking up later in the week, and that has caused the National Weather Service to issue a fire weather watch for late Tuesday night through Friday morning. This for gusty offshore winds and low humidity. Now, this fire weather watch is in effect really for the inner portions of the Sacramento Valley, stretching from just above Redding all the way down. We'll zoom in. You can see some of the counties that this goes down into. So just the foothills, Sierra foothills outside of Modesto will be under this fire weather watch, as well as many areas of the Bay Area, specifically the North Bay, the coastal mountains, and even the East Bay. So this fire weather watch is in effect for, again, portions of the interior Northern California, including the west side of the Sacramento Valley, the coastal mountain range, as well as many portions of the Bay Area. We could see wind gusts of up to 40, even 50 miles an hour in some of the higher elevations in the Bay Area and into the Sierra foothills. So again, fire weather watch, we'll be watching very closely, taking effect Tuesday night through Friday morning. That elevated fire risk will increase the fire danger across much of California. Let's talk about our overall fire statistics for this year. Look at 2020. Already this year, since January 1st, there have been over 8,400 wildfires. And in those fires, over 4.1 million acres have burned. You can see how high this is compared to our 5-year average, which is significantly less. And then compared to 2019, again, 2020 just completely off the charts here for record-breaking fires being burned. So what can you do? Are you and your family prepared for emergency? You need to ensure that you're prepared for a wildfire, not just a wildfire, but really any disaster that may strike. Make sure you and your family are ready for anything when it comes to natural disasters. You can learn more at our website, readyforwildfire.org. A lot of good information on this website as usual. So again, fires. Good progress being made on those fires. Fire weather watch in effect for midweek due to gusty winds elevating our fire risk. Ensure you're prepared and you're ready to go if a natural disaster occurs in your area. That's the latest on the fires burning in California. I'm Daniel Berlant. Have a fire-safe week.